as someone who I would consider to be very ambitious, as in I have a lot of things that I want to get done and a lot of motivation to get them done, I think one of the biggest things that is difficult is having that fast paced brain thing all the time where I'm constantly like thinking of new things to do and new ways to do them more effectively. Just knowing like what is a good use of my time and then being able to like pull myself out of those moments when I'm kind of getting too deep into something that I know like isn't truly what I want to do, or it doesn't truly relate enough to what I want to do. So on one side it's a blessing because I'm constantly thinking of new things. I'm constantly thinking of new ways to do things that I already do better, or I'm constantly thinking of new ideas and projects that I can kind of add to my workload to like reinforce the ecosystem of things that I already have under me. But on another level, it's terrible because I'm constantly, thinking of things which might or might not, a lot of the time, probably most of the time, are actually productive. And sometimes, it's not even something that's even related to what I'm even talking about at all. It could just be something totally random that I see on the internet that I then go and research for way too long. And so there's a million ways that you can get off task. And so I think, one way to look at it is it's like you can either go 20 miles an hour in the right direction or 100 miles an hour in the wrong direction. Because, when you kind of start getting off task, it's very easy to randomly lose an hour, randomly lose 2 hours, 3 hours, randomly lose an entire afternoon just because, you were doing something random, then you got way too into it, or at least it is for me anyway. I've heard this kind of analogy in training as well, like one step forward versus two steps backward. Today I was at the gym training and I noticed that I had a bit of a distal patellar tendon flare up. You don't need to know what that is if you're, part of my digital marketing audience, but basically, right below my kneecap started hurting, and I'm a professional dunker, so my knees are very important, obviously. And so I had to make a decision. Do I train through this? Do I go as hard as I went last week? Do I do the entire workout? Or do I be smart, see what my body can handle, go light, go slow, do all the things that are going to warm up tendon up properly so that I can do this dunk show that I have in a couple days here. And thankfully today I chose the right thing, which was to take it slow, just to do what I can handle so that I feel good for this show, where I'm going to be dunking in front of my entire high school and stuff like that. But yesterday that wasn't the case. I made a dumb decision when I was warming up. I kind of progressed too quickly, and that ended up putting me in the position where I am today. And so I feel like that's kind of the same thing with the work that I'm doing, whether it's building my personal brand, building these companies, anything like that. And I think that as I've continued to do this more and more, I've realized all the different parallels that there is to training. And so I think that that's super cool. But yeah, so I think the biggest things that I'm saying here is, know what's worth your time, do the things that are worth your time, continue innovating and coming up with new things. But again, be sure to know like when something starts to feel like, okay, wait a minute, this isn't exactly what I'm going for. Be able to pull yourself out of that instead of, being way too immersed in, the new shiny object kind of thing. And so a lot of stuff in here, but I was just like recording my thoughts because I was just thinking about this. So let me know if you guys feel the same. And yeah, hope you enjoyed.